Hey everyone. Well, we're a little late with our video this week. So it was supposed to be put out yesterday and, well, the weather has been unbelievably crazy. So we've had snow and torrential rain and really strong winds. Nothing's new about the winds. And today's the first day I've been able to come out and film, and this video is going to be progress of our garden. So I'm filming this on the 16th of December. Hopefully get it out this afternoon for you to watch this evening. Okay, so real time, and let's see what we've been up to. At the moment you are sitting on our hot boxes, so let's show you what's going on there. So our hot boxes have been really successful. In this one here, we grew some beetroot and leeks, and they were pulled out 2 weeks ago and sold at the markets, and we sold them all. And then in this one here, I used that as a seed raiser. So we've finished with seed raising for this season, and when you look in there today, they're both exactly the same what we've got in there now. Doesn't look like we've got anything at all, but if you do look closely, hopefully you will be able to see there's little seedlings coming up, and they are cos lettuce. So that's the next crop we are doing next in here. And then turning around, there are our other crops. So let's start over here. The garlic, this lot of garlic, so we've planted 3 different types of garlic. This one will probably be the last one we harvest. Can't tell you what type it is, I don't know. But we did have garlic in this one, and it was elephant garlic. Really weird thing is, we're supposed to be harvesting that last, and it was the first one that needed to be harvested. Replacing that with cucumber, so cucumber here, and then when that goes, I'll plant the rest of the cucumber that I'm trying to seed up right at this moment. Then next to it are the strawberries. So these are last year's strawberries. We successfully overwintered them, and as you can see already, we are getting fruit. Ooh, I think someone needs to be picked. So those strawberries behind, we've got these strawberries, and you would have seen the video of us planting our plugs, and this is how it's turned out. And we have fruit. We've had quite a bit of fruit so far, but not enough to supply for the markets yet. We're too busy eating it. We only lost 2 plants, and the 4 that I overwintered and planted in here, we lost 2 of those, but 2 have been successful. That is one of them. And then these other ones next to them are $2 ones that you buy at Bunnings, and they're just starting to fruit as well. And that leads us down to here. I've been raising cuttings of lavender and rosemary, and very successful with that, and I will keep doing that. Some of it I will plant for us, and some of it I will take and sell at the markets as plants to sell. Along here we have just harvested over the last 2 weeks radish, and have sold those at the market, and we are going to replant in here snow peas, So you can see snow peas that we've already planted. And the rest of the radish is here. Is he in there? And they've been very successful. So they do need to come up. So we will pull these up this week, sell them at the market on Saturday. These, and next to there are some parsley. They're struggling to come up because of this crazy cold weather. So it's been taking a while. We have snow peas on this side, and we've just planted some extras because we have a certain little doggy who likes to eat all our snow peas. Then in our next row we have our tomatoes. So the tomatoes have been a mixture of me raising seedlings and store-bought ones, all bought from the markets. So what we got here, these three here, that one, and that one, and several along the other side are ones that I seed raised. Now they're very tiny at the moment because we have had, the last frost we had was the beginning of December, so less than 2 weeks ago. Then we've had several in November, when so they've been struggling. So I'm surprised I haven't lost any, but some of them have suffered. They're starting to come good now with the longer days. So we have mixtures, which I can't remember what they are because I mixed them up accidentally. Then we have a cherry type of tomato for these 6. We have a bush tomato. Then all these ones down here are black Russians, which are our favourite. Now these ones here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the bush tomato were bought from a local grower at the markets, and they have suffered a lot, but they are starting to come back again. So they are just, if we get no more crazy weather, it'll be good. On the other side, we have Romas all along there, which then come to Tigerella all along there, and then we're back to where we started. In the pots, I'm growing basil. Basil is a companion plant to tomatoes to help to keep the insects away, but the weather has been so cold they're struggling to even come up at the moment. In here is supposed to be parsley, but yeah, at the moment we've got 2 rogue tomatoes, I have no idea where they came from, and 3 rogue potatoes, so they can stay there for now. Next row, we have seedling tomatoes. So I grew a whole extras to sell at the markets, and this is all I've got left. I had more than twice that amount ready to sell. This is our other lot of garlic. I think this is the Tasmanian garlic, and that is ready to harvest, so we'll probably harvest that today. We have our second tub of overwintered strawberry plants, and as you can see, they're doing really, really well, and we've got some ready to ripen. Quite a few, and some of these are really, really big. Then we have shallots. I've cut off all the seed pods so that all the energy can go down to the bulb, and these are giant red shallots. We have currant, a black currant and a red currant. Don't tell me which one is which because I have no idea. Then these are Asian mixed greens. We have a little bit there. and a little bit in the next tub. And we have snap peas in the back there that are going to grow up on that lattice, and the same with this side. This is a overwintered spring onion, which I am growing for the seeds. In the first of our apple crates, you can see that we have carrots, and then I tried an experiment to grow seedlings in these little unique pots. Didn't work, so we just put them in this bed, which did have golden beetroot. Sorry, I forgot to take photos of it. Golden beetroot were beautiful, so we've just put these in here. We've got snap peas, beans, and radish. So the tubs only produced like 3 instead of 6, which meant that I didn't have enough to sell, so we thought, well, we'll just put them in here. In here is our regrowth of our lettuce. So we've already harvested one lot that you can see that's already regrown, and then this was the second lot. Sold it all, and this Saturday we will reharvest this lot here for the next market. We have replanted with another lettuce in there as well. In the next one, this is where we planted our spinach in July, and that was incredibly successful. We have harvested 2 rows of it completely and left that 3rd row there. That 3rd row we are allowing to seed so we can harvest the seeds. We are going to replant beans in here. Oh, that should be today, actually. Okay, in here is our row of apple crates, and it's been weird. So because of this crazy cold weather, our onions have just not taken off. You can see there are 1 or 2 little ones, like little group there, but that's about it. So this tub, I can't see anything at all. The next tub, we have a couple that have sprouted up. So the first 2 tubs are spring onions. These 2 tubs should be onions. I think this is a red, and then this should be a white, and there's absolutely nothing coming up there. We are crossing our fingers and everything else, hoping that when it starts warming up, they will start sprouting. So who knows? In here are my cabbage. Oh no, this one's cauliflower. And the reason why the white cloth is there is because last year our cauliflower and cabbage got decimated by cabbage moth. So this year, sneak peek, they're doing very well. So the green one's very successful. The red ones, nothing survived for the cauliflower. So that one's cauliflower. In here are turnips. These are Japanese turnips. Can't remember the name of the species, starts with an H. And they're very sweet, and they are a salad turnip. So this is an experiment to see if we like it, see if our customers like it. And they're doing really well. This cold weather has been great for these guys. And anything that likes cold weather, like all the brassicas, they're not bulbing up yet. So still a little way to go. In here are my cabbage. Look at those beauties. There we go. So we have red cabbage and the white cabbage. They are certain species, which I can't remember what they are, but they are doing really well. So way better than last year. We have a couple more pots down here. James wanted to experiment with growing some blackberries. So they're in the 3 big pots at the back there. And I am seeding up some pumpkins and cucumbers here. So we're going to be planting pumpkins in that garlic pot there, and the cucumbers to go in the other half of that garlic pot over there. So that is that area done, and walking down here. So all our fruit trees, you'll see all the feijoas along the edge here, are not producing fruit, but we don't expect it to. It's still only this is the third summer. So in this crazy looking thing, it's a seed raiser. James is going to make me a whole heap of them. And in here was supposed to be only capsicums. So you can see these are the ones I overwintered very successfully. Capsicums already. And then I thought I raised some other capsicums, and they turned out to be tomatoes. Then I planted capsicum seeds that I saved over winter. It didn't work. They weren't viable, so I'll plant a couple more tomatoes in there. Next to this, we have our potato onions, which are a kind of shallot, and they're good for pickling. So we'll make some pickle onions. Up here you will see our fruit trees. Now we've had something funky go on with our apricots, not a leaf. So don't know what's going on there. And our nectarines or peaches are doing leaf curl. They've done it every year we've had them. So I think we will not go ahead with these. This grew up, then died off. I cut it back. So yeah, we might not do those anymore. We have some rhubarb. This is year 2 of the rhubarb. So we've moved it several times, so we probably won't harvest this year. We'll wait till next year. And then our cherries, very nice, doing really, really well. They've grown a lot. No cherries. We've had so much wind and the crazy weather. The cherries, even at the cherry farms, are late this year. And there's another apricot that's done nothing. And our other nectarine, which, as you can see, is looking really bad. All our feijoas are growing quite nicely, and they might be flowering this year, which would be cool. And all our blueberries have got lots of fruit coming on, and then we are going to have to do some work around there, get rid of all the weeds, give them lots of acidy stuff because they like really acid soil, and get on top of those guys because they are not growing like they should do because they're deficient in their pH level. They need it lower than what it is. Then we come to our back paddocks. So potatoes. We are really behind with the potatoes because of the crazy weather. We had, I believe this time last year we did have potatoes. So they are behind. They've had several frosts that they've had to deal with. So that was the first planting back in, go back and watch the video. I think it was the 15th of October. This is the second lot of planting, which was the 15th of November. And today or tomorrow, it will be planting this bed. So we have succession planting. And then behind, let's walk through the potatoes. You'll be able to see that we've extended all of our beds. Next year they'll all run one direction. They'll all go all the way down through. But as we've already planted up, and James wanted to utilise this, so we've got 3 extra beds running the opposite direction. I cannot remember what's in these beds. I think, excuse me, I think it was, don't quote me, beetroot, lettuce, the rest of our turnips, and I haven't got the foggiest idea. Because I wasn't here to plant, so Don't know. Anyway, you can see that they're all starting to shoot up now. And then in the bed behind, we have succession planting of corn. So we only planted this, I think it was end of last week. So nothing you can see there at the moment, except those ones which were a trial that I was doing in those crazy pots. But you can see the one that we planted 2 weeks before, they're starting to shoot up. And then we have 3 rows of beans. There are yellow beans, green beans, and then a row of yellow and green. These are bush beans, so they don't need support. Then we have turnips, beetroot, carrot, and this is 4 species of beetroot. James has hooked up the pump, so the tank is working really well now, and I'll get him to do a video to run you through what he did. He started filming it and then got carried away and forgot to film the rest of it, so I'll get him just to do a short video to explain how all that was done. The herb garden is up and running. I have done the first batch of mixed herbs to sell. And next to it is my meadow, and I love my meadow. So we've got the sprinkler on it at the moment. So this is from the water tank. So the water tank over there, the pump. We did not, it's brilliant. Nowhere near this pressure last year. So yeah, it's doing really well. So my meadow is looking a little bit windburnt, and all the poppies have lost their heads because of the wind, and they'll start to come out more when it gets warmer. But at the moment you can see all the cornflower there. So this is last year's meadow that's regrown. And then next to that is what I seeded up. Whenever I seeded it up, maybe a month ago, and that should be bursting with flower very soon. And I'm hoping to do cut flowers from this meadow here. Hoping to cut flowers because I planted a lot of flowers that are for that. All right, moving around our canopy, and we have our raspberry patch. So hopefully I don't get wet. So this has been really successful with growing the plants. The issue that we have is there is a critter that absolutely love eating the tips. So we're going to get wet. You can see there the tips are being eaten. They've eaten those ones. And they've eaten these ones. So I've got some bird netting to come in to throw over this and hopefully stop the critters eating it. Otherwise, I think we only lost 2. One of the sticks that I bought from the Mennonites, these ones here, only one did not even grow, so it wasn't viable. And up the back, we lost 2 out of my cuttings there. So I'm actually really, really surprised how well they all took. So that was brilliant. Our fruit trees here, surprisingly, are doing quite well. So these ones are the pears or apples. I always forget. I've got to put a sign. And they're growing well. Because of the crazy winds, none of the blossoms on most of these trees took. They blew off, so no chance of doing fruits. And I suppose it doesn't really matter because they're too young anyway to have fruit. But I say that now. This one here, is it this one? Yay, it's getting apples. So these are the apples and the other ones are the pears. So who'd have thunk it? We might have a couple of apples. But the wind has been just absolutely crazy, and I'm surprised anything has been able to grow, let alone keep their blossoms or produce fruit. So these ones are the apples. Then we come down to the plums. So 4 plums. And then the last one are our apricots and nectarines. And unfortunately, same thing over here. This apricot, absolutely nothing. However, this one is perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with it. Looking beautiful. And then the 2 nectarines, or peacherines, or whatever they are in the peach family, awful. So we might swap them for, I'm saying, cherries. Alright everyone, well thank you so much for coming for a walk with me around our veggie patch, our market garden, and I'm pleasantly surprised at how well everything is doing considering how crazy it has been. I mean, we are in summer and I'm still in a jumper. We are still getting snow on the mountain. Yesterday it was a whiteout up there. Yeah, but things are going okay. Alright, well thank you very much for coming along on this walk with me, and we will see you in the next video. Bye everyone.